Welcome to Sheep Suit, the home of grazeable Christian thought. Today's Brain Graze, loud music in churches. One of the reasons I don't regularly go to church, though I do visit churches occasionally, is the music. Now, I'm not in love with a certain style of music, and I don't hate any particular style of music, but I really don't like abusively loud music in churches, and that seems to be what many churches want to do on Sunday morning these days. Many churches have something like a mediocre rock band up front for the first part of the assembly, and many times not only are they mediocre, I mean they probably rehearse once a week and sound like it, they play their mediocrity at incredibly high volume levels. Not just loud for me, but objectively loud. I have a decibel meter on my phone, and I've taken decibel readings during some music in church, and it's really loud. It's like the needles fluctuating into the red zone. I went to one church late last decade, and the music was so loud it was sort of painful to listen to, and they even had a sign up in the church acknowledging that and pointing people to where they could get earplugs. They actually had an earplug supply. What is going on, I wondered? What are these people trying to prove? Now, I love to go to concerts, and when I go, I wear high-fidelity, high-tech earplugs. I recommend them to anyone who attends concerts. Just go to Google or Amazon and search for high-fidelity earplugs. These earplugs cut the decibels that reach my ears, but not the frequencies. It's amazing that some genius figured out the simple design that does this. Once late in 2018, I went to a certain concert, Simple Minds, and I was about in the third row, and for some reason I didn't wear my earplugs, and I came away from that concert with a case of tinnitus that took several years to go away, and thank God it did go away. It didn't have to. I prayed for healing and it healed. It just took some time. And I resolved to never, ever put myself in a position to have that happen again. But now churches crank the music so loud, I feel like I need to bring my hi-fi earplugs just to go to church. In one church in particular, a church where I knew some people from a long time ago and where I knew some people had an issue with the volume, I noticed a young man who was walking around the auditorium with a tablet that obviously had some sort of mixing app on it, and it seems he was adjusting the sound that was coming through the sound system. Out in the lobby, I got his attention and explained to him that some people had an issue with the high sound levels. What happened next was astonishing. He told me that he was under instructions from the worship team to make sure the sound was so loud that the congregation could not hear itself sing. This was so that if anyone sang off key, they wouldn't be heard. So to prevent this, they make sure that nobody can hear anyone else sing. So the, to me, abusive level of sound wasn't just due to oversight, but was policy. I'm glad I found out. And I thought, who do these worship teams think they are? And what are they even there for? I remember being in churches where people sang a cappella. They sang without instruments or with a piano. And if someone was off key or couldn't carry a tune in a bucket, as people used to say, it simply didn't matter because people were singing to God and not evaluating each other. Now we have to crank up the rock band so that it is all anyone can hear, and to levels that make me afraid to damage my hearing again. Well, if I have to use technology to shield myself from what is going on in a church, then obviously they're not there for me. I'm there for them. I'm an audience member for their show. And if I'm going to drive across town, put in my hi-fi earplugs and sit through a show, I'll just pay to go to a show that I really want to see from something that isn't mediocre. I got to see Blondie recently. That was worth a drive, and the high-fidelity earplugs served me well, but that was fun. That's all for now. Keep the wool out of your eyes, and the really loud decibels out of your ears.